Hello Ben, today I will cover the 5 megatrends shaping society and consumers in the future.
This sounds really interesting, Professor Siegfried. But just what is a megatrend?
Well Ben, megatrends are social, economic, political, and technological changes that are slow to form at first, but once in place, have an influence for 7 to 10 years or longer.
Just what are these 5 megatrends, Professor?
The first megatrend is mass urbanization. We find that half the world's population now live in cities. By 2050, this figure will balloon to 70%. This monumental shift will create significant supply chain and logistical challenges for consumer goods and retail industries. Many businesses will not only need to collaborate better with each other but also work more closely with cities as they modernize their infrastructures. The second megatrend is we are getting older. The global birth rate has been declining for 20 years, and we're living longer. By 2047, people over 60 will outnumber those under 15. This will mean new opportunities for some industries, as more mature consumers tend to have greater disposable income. The third megatrend is the rising middle class. The world is experiencing the greatest economic shift in history as the global middle class grows by another billion people in the next 10 years. With China and India leading the charge, more than 90% of the world's middle class will live in emerging markets by 2030, up from 50% today. While this new wealth represents a huge growth opportunity for manufacturers and retailers, it is also likely to create new resource stresses and cost pressures on some commodities. The fourth megatrend is that consumers are king. Many of the old rules and assumptions of our industries no longer apply. Consumer expectations are increasing while their tastes and preferences change at a rapid pace. Much of this is driven by new consumer technologies. By 2013, more than 2 billion mobile users globally will have made a purchase via their mobile phones. By 2020, a third of consumer purchases are expected to be made online. The fifth trend is sustainability. Consumers today are understandably concerned about sustainability, as demands for natural resources continue to challenge supplies. By 2030, the world's population will reach 8.3 billion, boosting demand for food and energy by 50% and for fresh water by 30%. In this light, sustainability is simply smart business. In conclusion, over the next decade, success or failure for consumer goods companies and retailers will be measured by the speed and thoroughness with which they are able to adapt to these megatrends.
Thanks, Professor, for overviewing these megatrends of the future.